Welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show, sponsored by RedBrick Estate Agents, Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa, and Clubhouse at Meadowhall.
If you are new here, then you are more than welcome. If you're an OG, then top of the morning to you.
We should have said that on St. Paddy's Day Friday. We kind of missed the boat there, didn't we?
I saw a lot of people out for St. Paddy's Day.
Did you see them wearing those big green hats?
No. When I say I saw a lot of people, I didn't see anyone I saw on TikTok. I didn't see anyone, actually.
I was going to say.
Not one person.
Actually,
no one.
Hang on, we were out on Friday night. We went to the basketball.
Oh, yeah, no one was Irish, were they? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, happy St. Paddy's Day for Friday to all the Irish. So yesterday, we had a fun day, didn't we?
Crikey. I was so tired when I got back. I got straight to bed.
This is going to sound so bad for people who work normal jobs and work normal hours. I mean, literally yesterday, we got to this place at 11:30-ish yesterday, and we left at 4. So what's that, like 5.5 hours?
Yeah.
We were absolutely done in.
It was outdoorsy, though. We're on our feet a lot of the day, talking, socialising. It is quite tiring, isn't it?
Do you know what? That's what it was for me. It was the socialising and the talking. And I think because we had to make conversation all day and we had to ask a lot of questions,
that's tiring.
That gets me every time.
I tell you what, though, what a day yesterday was. Like,
it was
what
incredible.
A day. Like, we did things that I never thought we'd do or get to do in our lifetimes.
Same. Do you remember those, what are they called? Red letter days. It used to be massive.
They still do them, don't they?
Oh, do they?
I think so. I think you can still do them. It was like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's basically like an experience that you would buy for someone that you don't normally get to do. That was our day yesterday.
So we basically went it's like a backstage tour of Twycross Zoo. We kind of followed zookeepers around for a few hours, and we weren't sure what to expect. I thought we'd be cleaning up poo. I was going to get down and dirty. That's what I was going to do.
Well, we wore our wellies and our old coats because we were like, we're going to be shoveling poop.
Yeah, we're going to be cleaning out some cages or something like that. We actually didn't do any of that. No poo involved at all. We started off with the monkeys, didn't we?
Can't call them monkeys.
Chimpanzees. No. Chimpanzee. No.
No, right. This was me yesterday, and I felt a right idiot. So they're called apes.
Apes.
But I kept saying, oh, let's see the monkeys.
Right,
let's go to the monkeys.
apes.
And the zookeeper was literally like, they are not called monkeys. Okay. They are apes.
Orangutans.
Yeah, gorillas. I mean, I think we've got that right.
Now, they are such incredible animals, aren't they? Actually, no, firstly, before we get onto the animals, because we've got some funny stories, I want to talk about the zookeepers, right? Because they were very nice and very patient, and we asked lots of questions, some of them slightly silly, which will come as no surprise. They work so hard to keep those animals healthy, happy, fed, watered, clean.
It's actually unbelievable, isn't it? And they adore those animals. Like literally, those animals are like their family.
Yeah, they literally are. Like sometimes we're like, which is your favourite? And they're like, you just don't
you can't ask us that question.
We ask loads of questions like that. But the amount of work, I know they work hard. Like I would imagine zookeepers work hard. But when you see it and you see what they do, it is absolutely incredible. And you know, there's a lot of things about zoos, isn't there, and keeping animals in zoos. But the work that goes on behind the scenes, and actually it's a network. All these zoos talk to other zoos. Like it's mind-blowing how they communicate and how these animals kind of, need to breed them because some of them are...
They're very endangered.
Very endangered.
Like, I didn't realise how endangered some of them were till yesterday. And it's quite shocking, isn't it, how many are left?
Yeah, so the work that they're doing for these animals is amazing. Like,
it is amazing.
Kudos to those guys. Oh my days, So hello to everybody there, because you were all just everyone we met yesterday was so nice.
They were, and thank you for being so patient with us, because obviously us two rock up.
I know.
Asking ridiculous questions. So we had a tour of the apes, didn't we? First of all, there's lots of different types, and we sort of saw them get fed, and we saw them have health checks and things, didn't we? As well.
I mean, that was incredible. That was incredible. What was the your favourite one? Jambo. You love Jambo.
Oh my God, he's so cute. He's like, and this isn't going to be the proper term at all, but he's like a bold monkey, isn't he?
He's got no hair.
Yeah, and I can't remember the reason why. He's quite a old boy. I think he's the boss, isn't he?
Oh, he's the one in charge.
Yeah,
he's the one in charge.
He was fascinating, and seeing him have his health check, and there was a few others, wasn't there? They're obviously trained to know what to do so that they don't have to put the animal to sleep to get do certain things on them and health checks and things. It was incredible.
Fascinating, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now there was one, I can't remember the ape's name.
Was it Jeanette?
Jeanette was great.
Yeah.
I like Jeanette's vibe. She just didn't really care, did she?
I like Jeanette.
What was the one that kept clapping? I can't remember her name. Anyway, so this ape kept clapping. So Becky thought she'd clap back, right? So then the ape clapped back, and then Becky clapped back. And then
we had a nice little thing going on.
Oh, the lovely zookeeper was like, so yeah, we don't do that.
I'm going to spoil your fun here. Yeah, you need to stop doing that immediately, okay? Never, ever do that again. I was like, sorry. I felt really naughty.
Oh dear. So then we could feed some, couldn't we? What were they? So I knew I'd forget. What were the first ones we fed? What were they called?
The baboas. No, the babu. No, they're
forget.
It begins with a B.
They're great.
Basically.
They're proper cheeky, aren't they?
Oh, the boa. They're gonna tell us off for this, aren't they?
Really bad.
Yeah, we'll Google it.
Anyway, to feed them, basically you got like nuts, and you could throw them over the wall, and they'd land.
It was a very high wall, but obviously, so these apes don't get out. It was very, very high.
So I went underarm, lobbed them over, got them in. Becky, I actually didn't see what happened, but I just heard you try and throw them, and just went, oh, and I turned around, and they were all of these nuts just in a puddle by your feet.
You missed the best bit though. You actually missed the best bit. So I threw it, all of my nuts, and I think it was a bit of fruit in there as well, hit the wall.
You went overarm, didn't you?
I went overarm, which was a bad judgment. I should have gone underarm.
Yeah.
So it hit the wall, and we had some people behind us filming us, didn't we? And the zookeeper, all of these nuts, and obviously they're quite hard, hit them all in the face. They literally went into their face. I was like, sorry guys, I'll go underarm next time. It was carnage.
And we kept asking, I don't know why we're so fascinated with it, but whenever we go and see these animals, we're like, how long would you last if you went in there with them?
I think this is a question that everyone wants to know. That normal people, I think, want to know this.
They're very friendly. You know, they know they're zookeepers, but if they were in that, they'd last seconds.
Yeah.
Seconds.
Do you remember once we'd finished looking around all the apes, and we spent the morning, didn't we, looking around the apes, and the lovely zookeeper said, is there any questions you want to ask? And I literally went, yeah. I went, if you had to choose one ape to be in with, which one would you choose? And I meant as in which one would, not attack you or which one would not kill you. And she was like, oh God, can't believe we're still talking about this. Yeah.
With the gorillas were incredible. Oh my God.
That blew my mind. There was about 4 or 5 in there, wasn't there? But there was one big daddy.
Oh my, and when you're that close up, like less than a metre, like half a metre, and they're right there, it is mind-blowing.
It's actually terrifying. The size of them, the size of their noses and their nostrils, the noises they make.
The deep growls they make.
The way they look at you as well. I was terrified.
Well, when they look at you, it's like they're staring into your soul, isn't it?
Well, they're very human-like. Yeah. They're very human-like.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was absolutely incredible. So that was brilliant.
Then we went and did the meerkats, didn't we, before lunch? And we had to feed the meerkats mealworms.
Mealworms and fruit and veg, it was. And little cat treats, I think, were in there as well. So guess what?
I didn't like the wriggly mealworms, guys. I thought I could be a bit tougher than that. I was like, yeah, this will be no problem. I went to put my hand in. Obviously, we had gloves on. And I was like, they were all wriggly. I just couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. What I loved was when you had to sign a form to say, look, we won't make loud noises. We won't make sudden movements. You put a mealworm near Becky. And I'm like, oh, God.
And I was all over the shop. Honestly,
they were cute,
I couldn't touch them.
And then the guy that looked after the meerkats started talking to us about them. But he'd throw in a question. And when he did it, I was like, oh no. He's like, so where do you think, where do meerkats come from? I was like, I have no idea. So I just looked at you and you just went, Africa?
We turned into a pair of children, didn't we? I felt like we were kids on a school trip. And you know when you used to go on a school trip and then, I don't know, the zookeeper or teacher would ask everyone a question. Yeah. And you'd be like, oh no. Literally, I felt like that. But then he kept asking questions. No. I felt really thick yesterday. In those meerkats, I thought, oh my God, I really need to read up on my meerkats because I've got no idea. But he kept doing it, didn't he? We were like, I don't know.
Literally, I did the thing where you just go quiet and hope that they...
Laura kept just looking at me every time, like nudging me. I was like, oh, Africa, I don't know.
But you were right.
I got it right.
Do you know what? You were right.
Yes.
So meerkats, tick. And then it was big cats.
This was actually, I think, my favourite thing of the day. I didn't think it was going to be, but it was my favourite part of the day.
Yeah, we basically got to feed a tiger. And I can't tell you, when you are that close to an animal like that, it is incredible.
My adrenaline was going like the clappers yesterday.
Oh my God.
Because obviously there's sort of like mesh, isn't there? Mesh wire that you see the tiger through. And there was like different bits that you go in and you lock doors and everything. And when we were like one mesh bit away and we were feeding the tiger with tongs, we were feeding it bits of chicken with tongs. So obviously we're very, very close. And this tiger was jumping up at the mesh to get the chicken.
Yeah. When you say mesh... I think
like
it was like
mesh, isn't
metal.
it?
Yeah, like
Yeah, but mesh is in like sort of holes in.
Hard, hard mesh.
Oh yeah, it's not just like
not
flimsy. Flimsy material. It was all very safe. But I have to admit, it was in my head the whole time. I was like, what if this tiger somehow got through? Like we would be done for. I couldn't get that thought out of my head. So I kept edging towards the door every few minutes because I was like, ooh.
I mean, at one point when we were like talking and just holding the food, it went, row, didn't it? Like really loud. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. And it was intense. Like it was staring at us in a really intense way. Like I honestly, I was terrified the whole time.
It was incredible though, wasn't it? What an amazing animal.
Yeah.
And then what we did is we kind of like went outside and waited for it to be like fed outside. So we were stood in this tunnel thing. Shout out to Adam, by the way. Hey, Adam. Adam looked after us all day.
I mean, I bet he was exhausted when he went home after dealing with the two of us all day.
So we were chatting to Adam. And Becky went, yeah, so when I was in there, like, did you, like, had a really weird thought? Becky basically was like, so I thought, well, if I was with Lily and someone went, it was either you or Lily to go in the cage with the tiger, I'd have to go in. And I literally looked at her and I was like, you just said that out loud.
Mate, it's all I was thinking.
What a weird thought.
What I find is when I'm quite close to danger or something could happen, like with the tiger yesterday, weird thoughts go through my head. And I think, what if someone put a gun to my head?
Who's the person? Just anyone?
Just a bad man.
Just a real
bad, scary man. He's got a gun and he puts it to my head. He walks in, he puts the gun to my head.
Right.
And he goes, oi. He goes, one of you or your daughter has got to get in there with the tiger.
Yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't stand a chance. Obviously, I would go, me.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking, and then I kept thinking it might be a reality one day. And
right, of course that's going to be a reality. Yep, there you go. And I literally looked at Adam and was like, I'm ever so sorry about this. I'm ever so sorry. And then she went, also, it's reminded me, I need a new pair of tongs. And I was like, oh my God. She's tired.
But actually, I do. I've noticed that everyone on TikTok cooks with tongs, and as we were using the tongs to feed the tiger, I thought, I must go and get some of those.
Could do with a pair of these.
I should have asked. I should have been like, got a spare. Yeah. But we had such a good day. I mean, when do you get to experience things like that? You just don't, do you?
Yeah, it was amazing. They've got loads of great animals there: giraffes, rhinos. It's a good day out.
What are the little dogs at the end? What are they called?
Becky was so bad.
Something dogs.
They were cute.
Dogs. They were very cute, but they can be a bit vicious.
Yeah.
We saw them eating, and I tell you what,
you wouldn't want to get in with them.
No, you wouldn't. But there's so
penguins.
much to do. That
Yeah,
I love
it's
the
great.
Penguins.
Yeah. They've got loads on, I think, this year because it's their 60th anniversary.
Yes.
So definitely worth having a look on their website, seeing what's going on. It's just a great place with great people.
Also, as well, obviously, yesterday we got to do some things that people don't normally do, but you can actually pay for these experiences. You can go behind the scenes. You can feed the tigers. You can feed the apes. So if you do fancy doing that as well, look on their website and get in touch with them because it was just insane.
Yeah. I think also as well, nearer the summer, we'll go and do the podcast from there.
Yes.
Yeah. Get a few animals on the podcast. It'd be great. Right, what's going on in the world?
Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
I got something else first.
Oh, God, sorry.
I need to tell you about my morning.
Oh, yes, go.
So I set my alarm this morning nice and early, right, to do something. What do you think I did?
God, you set your alarm to do something.
Yeah, set my alarm nice and early.
Have we talked about this before?
Yes.
What we talked about? You didn't go for a walk. Was it something to do with exercise?
Nope.
Was it to put your heating on?
Nope.
Not exercise. To watch maths.
I set my alarm nice and early. And when I say early, I mean 6:30 this morning because I wanted to watch Maths Australia, right? So last night, didn't get time to watch it. I had a friend over for dinner. We had a little bit of wine. Didn't watch it last night. And I thought, I really want to watch it.
Yeah, you can't start your day.
I can't start my day without a bit of maths. And I'd stopped it at like a really good point. I think it was the first dinner party where they all meet. And I was like, I'm going to set my alarm. And do you know what I did this morning? Alarm went off at 6:30. I got my slippers on, pootled downstairs, made a little coffee, went back up to bed, popped on maths, got a good 2 hours in.
No.
Yeah, before coming to the podcast today. So, you hear like, these people who do these miracle mornings, they set their alarm at 5 a.m.
5 to 9 before 9 to 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll meditate.
Yeah.
They will, I don't know, do a bit of exercise. They'll write their gratitude. They'll get organised for the day. Scrap that, guys.
Yeah. Maths Oz.
Yeah, set your alarm for, not too early. 6:30ish is quite nice. Maybe even 7 a.m. Get a coffee, back into bed. Maths Oz to start your day. It's a winner.
Where are you at? Are you at the first dinner party yet?
I've just gone past that one.
Oh, okay. Right. That's where I ended it. Yeah. It's good. Watch it. It's good. Right, what's going on in the world?
Yes.
Mate.
We've been texting about this morning because we're a little bit panicked about this.
Okay, I am going to get my phone. And actually, you need to get your phone. I'm going to show you something. Okay, so this Sunday, the government are sending us...
It's the 23rd of April, no?
Is that not this Sunday?
No, we're in March, love.
Oh, is it the 23rd of April?
Yes,
Right,
yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Guys, stand down.
Stand down,
It's
don't
not
panic.
This Sunday.
No, panic. So they're going to test this alarm, right?
So this is the alarm that we were talking about. Was it yesterday?
No, it was
Or maybe
last week.
The Armageddon alarm.
So we have already had this alarm installed on our phones.
Stop.
Go to your settings.
Oh, my God.
Go to settings.
Yeah.
Go to notifications.
Yeah.
Scroll all the way down.
What am I looking for?
Scroll all the way down.
Yeah.
Nothing on the bottom.
Extreme alerts, severe alerts.
That's new. So everyone now has emergency alerts on their phones. You can turn it off.
Oh.
You can turn it off there, right there. You can click and turn them off if you don't want them. Nothing.
So your
just
phone
won't
wouldn't get it?
Mm-hmm. Now, the other thing is, if you don't turn it off, when they test this emergency alert, unless you respond to it, you can't use your phone.
So you have to have it on then?
You don't have to have it on, but if you've got it on and the alarm's going off on your phone, you have to respond or you can't use your phone.
What? Right. Why are they doing this alarm?
Right. Okay. You want to hear my theory on this?
Yeah.
I think they're doing it just to scare us all a little bit.
Because really, let's think about this.
In
certain countries, this has to be a thing where you
hurricanes,
get earthquakes, hurricanes,
floods,
tsunamis, where there's a chance of war happening, a real serious chance of it happening. But why do we need it here?
And why are they doing it now?
It's weird. So I was watching Eamon Holmes talk about this.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen the clip you're talking about.
Yeah, and he's convinced it's nuclear from Russia.
I don't know about that. But the woman he sat with then goes, well, no, in America they have it all the time. But of course they do in America.
But they need it in America because there is a threat.
Big as well, America. So, but the thing is, if it's for flooding, what do they just, I mean, it's quite clever, but how do they know where you are? Like, what if there's really bad flooding in Scotland and I'm on holiday in Scotland?
But you would have to have it then, wouldn't you? Because if you're in Scotland, you're at risk of flood. No?
Yeah, but how would they know I'm in Scotland just because of my
your
GPS?
Location?
So I do think it's probably just a little bit of knowing where we are
and what we're up to. But what happens? So obviously we've got the test happening on the 23rd of April. But then if we actually get a genuine one, what do you do if you hear the alarm? Do you have to go
it'll
somewhere?
tell you, mate. It will flash up.
So it comes up with a message.
There is a flood coming. Get to high ground. Yeah, it will tell you what to do. But why now?
I don't know. Part of me is surprised that we didn't have this during COVID. Like, why was this not a thing during COVID? Because surely that's the time when you would start something like this, no?
Don't know. And also as well, nowadays, I don't know. I actually don't know. I think it's very odd. I also think the odd. Alien thing was very odd because that all happened and now no one talks about it.
The alien thing?
Yeah, the UFOs, the unidentified flying objects that they shot down like a month ago. That's just disappeared now. So what's happened to them?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens? Were there ever aliens? Were there ever unidentified flying objects?
Are the aliens behind this Armageddon alarm?
Yeah. Is it to do with aliens? There's three things, I think. Nuclear.
Yeah.
Aliens. Or they're just having us on. Okay?
Probably. That's what I think. Could be any of those things.
Because why haven't they done it before?
I don't know.
We've all had phones for years.
Yeah.
This isn't a new thing.
Yeah.
Why?
It's most odd.
And also, why aren't they telling us why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why hasn't someone come on TV and gone, this is why we're doing it?
Yeah.
Mind you, not that we'd believe them, would we? We'd be like,
it would probably put people's minds at rest a little bit, wouldn't it? If somebody was like, listen, this is the reason we're doing it, blah, 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 this is what happens.
Also, there's obviously someone in charge of going, right, 3, 2, 1, alert. And we all get the alert.
Yeah.
What if that person one day thinks, oh, I'm going to do a prank? And just alerts us by mistake. You know, like all these things happen where it's like, oh no, sorry, false alarm. Imagine if we actually got one.
There was nothing going on.
Is it to control us into being scared?
Many questions.
So many. And no answers as yet. Yeah. Well, not from us. Don't listen to us.
We've speculated.
Literally don't listen to us. We'll see. And actually, probably better to listen to other people that are official.
Go and read up on it, guys.
Yeah, ignore us. Right, mate, I had a thought this morning.
Yeah.
On my dog walk. And you know, we're like spring. We want spring. We want it to be light.
Desperate for spring.
We want it to be warm.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried. I'm not going to lie.
Go on.
Because I quite like my feralness at the moment. My feralness is at an all-time high.
Is it? I didn't think you were that feral at the moment.
I'm mostly in bed.
Yeah.
By 6 p.m. I don't like going out.
Oh, what was it you said to me earlier? You went, every time my husband comes home from work, I'm in bed. He finds me in bed. And you're like, I am doing stuff, James, but I'm just doing it in bed. Or I am working, but I'm doing it from bed. Love the justification.
My kids don't even question it. They don't even look for me downstairs anymore. They just come upstairs. Yeah. Mom. I'm like, yep, what do you want? Then it sitting in the lounge at the moment is very odd.
Yes.
I find it very... you know when you're like retired to the drawing room? Yeah. That's how I feel about my lounge.
Well, it's a little bit, I don't do it unless I have a guest
Only
over.
for guests?
Yeah. If I have someone with me, well, obviously you can't get into bed together. So I'd be like, do you want to sit in the sitting room? But I will go up to bed because we've got our electric blankets and we've got our TVs up there. So what more do we need?
I'm quite worried because it's fine when it's dark and cold and raining, get into bed, lucky blanket. Mate, when it's warm and sunny... I'm going to feel a bit odd getting into bed.
See, I quite like getting into bed when it's nice and light and sunny. Obviously,
I find
no
it a
electric
waste.
blanket. You don't put that on.
No, I'm worried about that. Yeah. I don't want to put it away. I can't live without my electric blanket.
I know, we've come to rely on them somewhat, haven't we, of late?
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. These light evenings, this warmth, it's going to bring hay fever. We're going to all be less feral. I mean, you don't. It's not like we wait to drink a pale rosé because it's summertime. We're pale rosé all seasons now.
Yeah.
Not even that. I mean, it's going to change, Becky. We're going to eat later.
Are we ready for this change?
Yeah, the bloody birds will be singing at 4.
I do think, though, we look better in the summer.
Do you?
Yes, I definitely think we do. I think we look
Us specifically.
Quite feral. Yeah, me and you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you and I is what I think. I think in the summer we make a bit more of an effort and it's a bit easier to choose what to put on, isn't it? It's just like cycling shorts, a t-shirt, denim shorts. It's a lot easier, isn't it? In the winter you've got to think about what you're wearing a bit more. It's more of an effort.
Okay.
And when I've looked back in instant archives over me and you, we look our best in the summer.
Oh, okay. Right, you're selling it to me because at the moment I'm a bit like, I'm not sure about this.
We don't look great.
Where's the place where it's dark 24 hours a day?
Antarctica,
is it? Maybe.
Yeah.
Thinking.
Even there.
I don't know.
You and your electric
How
blanket.
do they get anything done? How?
I don't know.
How, if you have an hour of sunlight a day, would you do anything?
Mate, I would be constantly depressed. I'd be constantly in bed and constantly depressed.
I think we'd love it.
No, see, the winter depresses me.
I don't think you're going to set your alarm in the summer at 6 a.m. and watch maths. I just don't think. I think you'll be up and out. Up and out.
I probably will be.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, but I like the afternoons for watching things when it's sunny. I quite like a little siesta.
I've got to get outside if it's sun. I can't sit inside when it's sunny and watch TV all afternoon.
I can. Yeah, I like a little siesta when it's sunny. So I'll get up earlier, go to bed later, but I have a little siesta in the day.
Right.
Yeah, just for half an hour.
I need to think about this.
You need to adjust.
I need a POA.
Yes.
Plan of action for summer because at the moment
I'm not feeling it.
I'm worried.
Well, listen, next week the clocks go back, so you've got a good week to kind of like get into the groove and think about it.
What's on telly in the summer that I can look forward to?
We've got Love Island, the older one, coming up.
Right. Oh, the older one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Listen, we'll come up with a good old list of things to look forward to, all right?
Okay.
Listen, we've been wishing for this for months. You can't duck out of it now.
Okay. Have a nice day.